have a boy on the federal ministry who barely escaped death, but his companion with whom he was kidnapped was actually killed. He's here in Biafra.
So when the word genocide, which we hear in connection with the war here, is a word which people always will have difficulties in accepting, in a sense. What is your real opinion on it?
Well, my real opinion is that once Biafra has succeeded in proving that there is an intention for genocide, this is all we need. And we have ample evidence of that. Genocide is the ethnic extermination of a people. You prove genocide when everybody has been killed. Biafrans do not want to wait until everybody has been killed. They have seen the signs of the intention. People were killed in hundreds of thousands. The war has come. It isn't a war of unification, as we are told. It is a war of extermination. Girls are being abducted and married off to strange people. All the various things you do so as to commit genocide are being done. We don't want to wait until it is complete. Therefore, we have the intention. By the way, all this began many, many years ago. As far back as 1947, Biafrans were attacked in Kano. In 1953, the same thing happened. Genocide is not spontaneous. It's a subtle process, which is a result of government propaganda. A government now uses the organ which should be used for protecting a people. It turns in that organ against the people and starts killing them using the government means. And everybody is indoctrinated to hate a particular class of people, to want them out of the way, to want to kill them. This is what we mean by genocide.
Bombing av sivilbefolkning har man sett før, i andre kriger. Og biafranernes påstand om et bevisst forsøk på folkemord fra deres motstanderes side, ved vold og ved utsultning, vil mange utenforstående fortsatt ha vondt for å akseptere. Ikke desto mindre er dette en reell frykt hos biafranerne, høy som lav, og selve grunnlaget for deres innbitte motstand, og sivilbombingen ser de som nok et bevis for at deres fiende søker å gjøre det av med dem som folk. De fjerner sine døde, behandler sine sårede efter beste evne, og gjør klar til neste bombeangrep. For her, som ellers i historien, viser det seg at bombing av sivile ikke svekker motstandsviljen, men snarere det motsatte.
They say coward die a million times before he dies, and a hero die but once. They say if you want to hide something from a black man, write it in the book, because black man will never read history, and black man will never go through documentaries. They don't want to. All they think about is money, money, money. But a white man will put everything in the book, and the history will be there for 400 years and above. What is Biafra? I'm here to tell you that what is Biafra. Go to in social media and find out what is Biafra. I'm not here to tell you that there was a genocide in the 60s and late 60s in Biafra land, in Nigerian versus Biafra. I'm not here to tell you that I am a Biafra and I want freedom. If you are a Yoruba man and you deny where you come from as an Oduduwa, you are a coward. If you are an Hausa man and you deny where you come from, you are a coward, isn't it? So do I, because I'm a Biafra. I can never deny I'm a Biafra and deny where I come from as a Biafra. Deny my freedom, that means I'm a coward. So I will never be a coward. And I will implore you to go to the social media yourself, search and find out what is Biafra. And I'm about to show you a video right here. I want you to watch this video to the end and tell me what is Biafra. The bitter truth is here. Thank you.
But I'm being very honest. If I read through the papers every day, you come from this hopeless British creation called Nigeria, where nothing works. People are fleeing, trekking through Sahara Desert and dying in the process, drowning in the Mediterranean, humiliated, sold into slavery in Tripoli, abused as as house slaves in Saudi Arabia, and you still wake up and say, I am a proud Nigerian. Oh, not I won't feel sorry for you. Because you are foolish. Useless. Beyond foolishness. I belong to that very group of Biafrans that came here as slaves somewhere in a place called Savannah in Georgia. And they said to the white man, instead of me to serve you as a slave, I would rather die.
Yes. They sang themselves.
If we know what has befallen us as a people, as a race, there will be urgency on the part of everybody to make sure that Biafra is restored. Because I tell you today, the most educated people outside white Americans are Biafrans in America. The most successful in terms of their own business startups and enterprise are Biafrans here in America. We are all these things for a reason. Not so that you can become very selfish and cocoon yourself in your detached homes and well-manicured lawns and gardens. Chukwu Kikabiyama gave you that grace.
Yes.
That you may be able to use it to better not just yourself, but from the environment where you come from.
Yes.
And failure to do it, you know what the Bible, failure to do it. Failure to do it. And let me warn you, all of you here gathered, that's why I asked if this thing is being recorded. If you don't rise up from this very day, from this moment, to support IPOB, to confront the mess that our land has become in the hands of Fulani Janjaweed jihadists, God will not forgive you. Even the land of America will not forgive you. I know some of you may think I'm having fun. And we go to listen to that. Somebody gave it to me from America. I hope it comes up. I can't be what I'm doing. There are some people that think that they are leadership material. They want to lead. They join meetings because they are craving leadership. Not that they have anything to offer.
I know.
If you want to lead, you come and lead, and we'll follow you. But IPOB has a mind of his own. If I stop living up to expectation, this same IPOB that I set up will reject me. Do you know that?
Yes.
And IPOB does not belong to me. Biafra does not belong to me. It doesn't belong to my family. It belongs to all of us.
Yes.
Yes, sir. The reason why some of you lose sleep at night that they call him supreme leader is because some of your priorities are misplaced.
Yes.
The supreme leader they call me is a time. It's not an official title. Magadi Amama is not an official title. Are you hearing me? It is not an official title. It's a nickname. It's like otu aka na-etigbu Ọhamadike ahụ ụmụ ndị ọ na-egbu iwe a na-ama ejiji I am here to serve you, not to be supreme over anybody. Anybody that knows me will testify that I'm a very humble person. All the anger that I have inside me is against the enemies of Biafra. Once you're against Biafra, I will hate you. If you're against Biafra, I will destroy you. That's who I am. N'ihi na mgbe nwanne anyị nwaanyị kwuru ebe a, looking in my direction and said, my Lord and my Savior, o nwere ike isi ebe a gbapụ. That also is a kind name. They say it because, listen, when they go online and see sponsored attacks against IPOB and myself, they develop this as a defense mechanism and as a weapon of attack against that very person. That's why they do it. Not that anybody is coming to replace Yeshua. When I pray every day, I pray 7 times a day, and I say to Chukwuka, I am only but flesh. One day I will die, but your word will live forever. And your word says that Biafra will come, and in my time that Biafra will come, and that is my hope. I'm explaining this here out of respect for Houston. I am not a supreme leader. I am a supreme servant. Are you listening to me? They say it because they want to spite those. The reason why we do what we do is not so that we can fly all over the world and address our people, or that we can put our lives in danger in search of a greater glory. We do what we do because we have been mandated divinely to ensure that Biafra comes in our time. And if Biafra doesn't come, then there is no God in heaven. That's what I pray. That's what I pray. Because your word is yea and amen. Everything you say must come to pass. Though heaven and earth may pass away, but your word shall remain. Your word says that Biafra will come. Then therefore Biafra must come. If Biafra doesn't come, you will all be destroyed. I said, if you don't fight for Biafra to come, believe you me, out of anger, Chukwuka Abiyama will obliterate our race. Some of you want to leave, now is the time. You don't need permission from me, not from our national coordinator, not even from Monarchy. Go and organize IPOB wherever you are. Do you know why it has to be IPOB? Because we never retreat nor surrender. IPOB will keep going until Biafra comes.
Yes.
Nobody can buy us. Nobody can intimidate us.
Yes.
Nobody can stop us from doing what we are doing. And by the way, we are very people that the Fulanis are afraid of.
Yes.
I don't know my name. Before the material, I told one house. Only IPOB can defend our land, and only you can support IPOB. If you don't support IPOB, my own passport color is red, and I'm going to just understand that if you don't fight for your land, you forfeit the right to get angry anytime you are insulted.
Yes, absolutely.
Do they insult Japanese people here?
No.
Do they insult Japanese people here? No. And I don't think Japan ever. Ordinary Malaysia of yesterday, do they insult Malaysians here? China, come on, come on. China, come on. Do they insult Chinese? Do you know why? All these places are developed and civilized. But sadly, Africa is not developed. It doesn't matter your title in Houston. It doesn't matter where you work, how many PhDs you've accumulated, how many white friends you have. Or maybe how many mixed-race children you have. You can never be white. You can never be. Until you do those things that white people do, nobody can respect you. We will remain beggars for life. Oh God, will I give us visa? Can I young numbers here? Can I just some of us here are not ashamed that your own children will use their 2 legs to walk through the desert, to go to Europe, or to be auctioned off as slaves in North Africa. You are not ashamed of yourself. In everybody say, I'm a big man, I've arrived, I have a doctorate degree, I'm an engineer. Rubbish! You are nothing. But a glorified house and nothing. Come up with you decide what you choose to do from this day onwards. It is up to you. I'm in Houston, more or less having fun. I'm praising Elohim for IPOB. But our land is under occupation. The phase of diplomacy has gone through the window. How do we drive them out is the question. And the only people that can do it is IPOB. Why in the also? Before man and before God in heaven. So your petty envy and jealousy can't get you anywhere. You might have you because weekend. Fly me with you in the village. And I'm telling you. You want to make sure just like you can not have that. The band can not and you want to rescue all of them. And you want a white man to respect you. When do people respect yourselves? We are in another man's land. Yes, we built it, but by force, not voluntary. And that is why Biafra will come. All this guy is synchronized. As I was coming here, my wife was coming in.
prosperity. We seem to eat a lot in America. You can see the evidence. So at some point I'll be able to say something. Thank you.
That's my wife, Madam Yota. Somebody saw my picture with Monachi. You know Monachi is a troublemaker. I'm going to pay them easy. Except for that. All the same, what I want all of you to understand is this. That you are better off working with IPOB to restore Biafra. Because if you like, you join us. If you like, you don't. One thing is certain. Biafra will come. Yes. And when Biafra comes, you will not come to Biafra land.
He said.
To please, he said, yes. If you don't support IPOB, if you like, take an aeroplane to Rwanda and get temporary citizenship from Rwanda to come into Biafra land. We will not allow your plane to land. Because we are not foolish.
No, we are not.
You see, sometimes when people get angry in the Western world and they become racist towards black people, we don't actually capture the whole picture. All of us here, we have mobile phones, yes? Yes. Did mobile phone fall from heaven? Do you know that your mobile phone works with the satellite orbiting this very earth? Yes. Do you know how many people died to put one satellite in orbit? It's called sacrifice. All you do is you come, you consume, you consume, you consume. You don't contribute. That is why sometimes they're upset. India has gone to space. So has China. Maybe even, I think Brazil has gone as well. There is no indigenous African country that's ever gone to space. I said none. And you want to participate, you want to partake in enjoying what comes out of this, without understanding the sacrifice that goes with it. Some people are sitting down laughing at IPOB. We are dying. They are killing us. You can never ask yourself, how can I help? All that you're concerned about is, who is their leader? Not a career. He's a small boy. Yes? He didn't fight the war. At what age did Obama go to become their president here? 48? Oh, 46? 42? Let's say in his 40s, yes? Then he's a small boy. According to our culture, he's a small boy. That is how selfish some of our elders, I didn't say all of our elders, some of them are. Because when the white man left, most of them were in their early 20s, late 20s, early 30s. They were given the responsibility to pilot the affairs of the nation. But in our time, in our own tongue, they say we are small. And I said to them, for the past 50 years, with all due respect in the world, what have you achieved for us? I'm not trying to insult anybody, because if you've achieved something, Fulani cannot come to our land and say they want to take it. It is an indictment of the same type of association politics we have been playing for 52 years. If I ask some people here, they will say we have our own group. our group is called this Utundia, this gathering, that association. But all of us put together in other associations, we are worth nothing. Because if we are worth something, there is no way Fulani can come to any group and say to us, we want your land. Are you following me? You know, we don't take criticisms very well. Me, I take it. But some people can't. What do we expect you to do? Is there any reason why all of you here gathered today will not come to Washington next year for a march to let the world know what is happening to us? Any reason?